Say hi, baby. Say hi, pump chasers.
Now you want to do it. Say hi.
Bye. What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, represent pump chasers. I hope this video really helps you out. Now, where do I begin? So, let's just say things like math, right? I'm all over the place, forgive me, but this is how I roll. Everything's off the dome, freestyle, no notes. So, think about math, right? You know that math where it's like x2 plus y2 divided by blah, 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 blah. That type of math, you can lose me with that shit. Like, I can't do that shit. Like, I'm not good with that shit. But basic stuff, like, you know, adding, subtracting, multiplication, using a calculator, the basics math, that's me. And I think it's fair to say I've done well for myself. I know how to set profit margins for business so I don't take losses. I know how to do taxes. I know the basic shit to live in this world and not get fucked over, right? Exactly. On the flip side, when it comes to bodybuilding, guys, you don't gotta fucking be a master, but you need to know basic human anatomy. You don't gotta be a master, but basic human anatomy. You know, basic, just the basics of physics, because hitting those angles and things and learning how momentum and inertia and power affects your repetitions, that can help you. Especially when we're talking free weighted movements. Free weighted movements, the amount of tension you get is really based on gravity. You have to put yourself in a position to recruit that gravity, to recruit that tension. So basic physics, basic human anatomy, basic exercise science, basic nutrition. You know, calories in, calories out. You don't gotta be a thermogenic expert on thermodynamics and shit like that, but you do need basic, you gotta have the basics to be good at this shit. That way you could go on day-to-day life, right? So what I'm about to show you guys is a mistake I've had for years. 4 years, and I really hope this helps you guys out. I wanna see you guys make gains, but most of all, I wanna see you get hurt, and I wanna see you constantly wasting your time. You know one of the main reasons why we fuck up on our form? It's the mind. Come over here real quick, my brother. Guys, it all starts with the mind. Let me explain. I want you to get a skeleton. You know how you go to the nurse office and they got that fucking skeleton? Or just Google a picture of a fucking skeleton, of a human skeleton. Take a look at it. What do you notice? What do you notice? You notice everything, we have joints, right? And what do? They rotate. See guys, we are rotary creatures. We move in a rotary fashion, okay? That's how we move. We're not one directional. See, gravity is one directional. We are rotary. Notice, when I want to point at that wall right there, that's a rotation. See that? That's a rotation.
We're not. Human beings move in a rotary fashion. Movement of the hand occurs around the axis of the wrist. Movement of the hand in the forearm occurs around the axis of the elbow. Movement of the upper arm occurs around the axis of the shoulder. All of these movements are rotary in nature. You do not move in straight lines, or if the resulting movement is linear or straight line, it is nevertheless a combination of a number of integrated rotational movements.
If I want to throw a punch, look at my elbow. That rotated, my shoulder rotated. It looks straight, but it was not straight. Look at my shoulder. When I do a front raise, look at my hand. It starts here, but it ends here. You see that? We are rotary objects. We gotta stop thinking straight. How many times have someone ever told you, lift straight, or push straight, or pull straight, or stand straight? Nothing is really straight, even though it looks straight. Even though I'm walking towards you right now, that's a fucking series of all my joints working in union to make me look like I'm walking straight. Everything is rotating. That's how you gotta think when you're doing these movements. See, the only thing on our body that creates movement is muscle, like I said in my other video. Only thing that creates movement is muscle. When I'm talking to you, that is muscle moving. Eyes blinking, there's muscles in my fucking face, muscles in my neck. The joints give us rotation. So that's, in fact, that's direction. Our muscles can move in the direction that our joints allow. So yes, muscles are the only thing that create movement, but the direction is determined by the joints. Therefore, the function, the limits of our function, determined by the joints. Check it out. See, I'm going in a controlled fashion so I can receive the stress, right? Because I want the force of gravity pulling on me. This is resistance training, right? But once I get about right here, there's really not much resistance. See that? Because guess what? Because I'm not going with gravity. All the tension from here is here. And then about right here, that's really nothing. I'm getting nothing. So am I really getting 15 pounds right now? No. I'm getting about 15 pounds right here, assuming that I'm curling correctly. But about right here, there's nothing. Because guess what? We're going with gravity. The laws of gravity are simple. They're set in stone. There's no changing it. The problem is we're rotational creatures. If we're rotational creatures, the amount of tension we can get on free weights is limited. There's gonna be parts where the weight feels real heavy, and there's gonna be parts where it feels real light.
If then you're going to supply full range resistance, full range exercise to a rotational movement, then you must obviously have a rotational device. A barbell is not a rotational, it's a straight line device. The result being that you provide with a barbell overload, resistance, work, exercise, and therefore benefit only to part of a muscle. And if you're working part of a muscle, then obviously you're not working part of the muscle. So you will receive benefits in some areas of movement. And in some areas you will receive a lesser benefit or no benefit.
Just like on a bench press, most of that tension is about right here. But once you get it past about right here, the lift becomes easy. That's because, again, we're rotary objects, we're rotary creatures, and gravity is straight. If we're rotating, that means there's gonna be points in the tension that's heavier than others. That's why machines came into place. Machines didn't come into place to replace free weights. I can't stand when bodybuilders say, I only do machines. Usually bodybuilders that say shit like that are ones that have already built a great foundation. Kind of like myself. If I want to, I can do machines to the day I die and still look good. I've already built a nice base. But free weights and machines both have their place. That's where if you want you want the best development possible, do both. You know what I mean? If you look back in the old days, back in like the 1930s and 40s, you know, back before machines really came out, like the 1920s, look at some of those bodybuilders. They had great bases. They had wide backs, nice legs. And this is really before steroids got popular. But then you look at the bodybuilders like the 80s and 90s, they're just as big, if not bigger, but they're more defined. Wanna know why? It's because yes, with free weights, you're only working part of the motion. If you're only working part of the motion, what does that mean? That means you're only working part of the muscle. If you truly want the best development possible, you have to train like a bodybuilder. And what does constant tension mean? It means I go from a stretch position all the way to a shortened position while keeping constant stress the whole time. Not constant stress to right here, constant stress from here all the way to here. Let me show you an example real quick. Now notice, guys, on the dumbbell, how we notice when you get about right here, there's no tension, right? Now just imagine you curl like this for years. You're gonna get great results, but you've been missing this all your life, right? Because some motherfucker told you, keep it old school, we only lift iron. Don't listen to motherfuckers like that. There's tools, just like a toolbox. There's a time where you use a Phillips head, there's a time for a screwdriver. Motherfucker, use all these tools. Check it out. Now look. The negative is not as good. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that real free weight negative. That's why we still use free weights, to get that real negative stress, because the muscles just don't contract. You really want to go against resistance. This is resistance training. Resistance don't just begin as you're coming up. Resistance is at the bottom, resistance at the top. So that's why we do free weights still. We still do free weights because yes, you're still gonna do contraction, but most of all, that good, tough, hard, negative stress on the muscles that free weights can only provide. So I do some free weight curls, right? I do some free weight curls, and then I come here. Look at my arm. I come all the way up. Look at this. Now usually on a free weight, there's no tension here, right? Come close, cameraman. Now, I'm getting all tension. I'm getting tension from my bottom with control into the top. I'm not dropping the weight. I'm controlling it and I'm up again. I'm controlling it and I'm up again. I'm controlling it and I'm up again. I got tension from the top all the way to the fucking bottom. And I got good negative stress. That's why my shit gonna be bubbly. My shit gonna be crispy. I'm gonna have fullness. I'm gonna have lines. Cause I'm not. How many motherfuckers have told you, man, when I flex my triceps, it looks good up here, but I can't really seem to get it down here. Or, man, when I flex my triceps, it looks pretty good down here. That's because for one, your form ain't shit. I'm gonna help you with that though. And for two, you're probably not doing the full range of motion with the squeeze at the bottom, really stressing those muscles. Guys, watch the form videos. Watch the form videos. Perfect example. This is perfect. The tricep press down. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna walk through a lot of movements with you. The tricep press down. How many times have you been told to press down, right? How many guys have hurt their elbows doing this shit? Let me tell you why you hurt your elbows doing this shit. It's because you already fucked up. You're imagining this shit as a straight line. When really, it's an angle, it's an arc. Look at my wrist. You see that rotation? This is a rotary movement. Okay, so look. You'll see guys like this, they'll have their elbows flared out, they're leaning forward. It's because they've been told all their life they gotta go straight. And then when they try to go straight up, they're imagining a straight line. Don't go against the grain, guys. This is a rotational movement. Okay, so look. Shoulders are pivoted. Now look, I stretch. This is a full stretch right here. And rotate. I stretch and I rotate. I squeeze at the bottom. I stretch for full control and I squeeze at the bottom. See that rotation? I stretch, I squeeze at the bottom. You see that? See, you've been told to go straight. It is not a straight motion. It's a rotary motion. This is why machines are so good. You know how on the free weights where you kind of come up and you notice the tension kind of fades away? It's because you're right with gravity. There's no tension right there. You have to get back right here. Your palms are this way. There's no way you're gonna get tension. It's just passing you by. But with the machine, come over here. Look up here. Notice it rotates with you. See, gravity is one directional resistance. So it's one of those situations, you gotta put yourself in a position hoping you can receive that tension. But with a machine, since it rotates with you, it's a rotary device as well. So it's gonna give you the best contraction because it rotates with you, which means I'm gonna get tension all the way. I'm gonna get tension from the very top all the way to the very bottom. There is no position where I'm not getting tension because this is a rotary device. It rotates with me. Look at this. I start here, I'm still getting tension. I'm still getting tension. I got the maximum contraction. You will never get a contraction like this with free weights, ever. Just like a dumbbell overhead extension, right? When you do it free weighted, right? Come over here real quick. You do this dumbbell free weighted, guess what? You're getting tension, right? Look, I got a full stretch right here, right? Now look, tension, tension, tension. No tension right here. No tension right here. How many of you guys, when you flex, you don't really got no detail right here? How you gonna get detail right here if you're not getting tension at the top? Like I said earlier, you're working only part of the muscle with free weights because you're not getting tension from the stretch position all the way to the contracted position. Now let me show you how to get a full contraction. Noticed when I did that one-arm dumbbell extension, towards the top there was no tension because gravity is one directional. This is a rotary device. It rotates with you. Now, oh shit. Hey guys, not about the weight. Now look, tension, 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 tension. And look, right where free weights will take it away, not here. Bam! I'm up in this motherfucker. Now look, bam, full control, don't swing it and do not jerk it. Because if you jerk it or swing it, just like my last video, I clearly showed you, you lose the tension when you bounce and when you swing. I'm gonna control the motion the whole time. I'm gonna milk the fuck out of these arms. Now we're bodybuilding. Oh, we're not lifting weights no more. The ego is gone. We bodybuilding now. That's how we do it, baby. We're not weightlifting. See, a weightlifter just wants to move some weight. I'm gravity's friend. I want the tension. I want the machines. I want everything. Use all the tools in the toolbox. Do not think I'm only doing free weights makes me a badass. No, it doesn't. It makes you a dumbass. There's a reason why we created machines to make bodybuilding better. Okay? So use free weights and machines. Anyway, guys, form videos coming. Don't miss out. You want to take it for, look here. I'm 34 years old, been living since I was 19, and I'm getting new gains. No steroids, okay? Because I changed the form. I changed the fucking form. Guys, give it a try. If you've been working out 5 years or more, and you still got fucking weak points, I'm telling you, chances are it's because you're doing something wrong. I had a great back, I had traps, chest, quads, but I couldn't get my shoulders to react. And I said, you know what? Let me leave my ego at the fucking door, start really working my muscles, you know, and voila, only 1 year. Just imagine what I can do another year. You feel me? Shit, give me one more bulk, my next bulk's gonna be in the winter, I might double these motherfuckers. Anyway, new launch coming in July. We got 6 items you can buy to go party in. We got button-ups, polos. We got these right here, 4 colors. We got all kinds of shit. I'll have the date for you soon. I want you guys to support the brand, buy the shit, wear it in the gym, and represent. And most of all, work on your form. Bam! Don't really like my shit? Comment, subscribe. How about get your boy? We need a moment of silence before we fuck up these weights.